So today we're coming back to a French artist that I deeply admire. His name is Aznavour. The song that we're checking out today is called Hier Encore. This song is pretty interesting because it was translated in over 12 languages. That's a lot. The song Hier Encore in English would mean just yesterday or only yesterday. So it's a French song that is kind of nostalgic and also melancholic. If you're into that kind of mood right now and you want to know a little bit more about French music, this one's for you. What's good, everybody? This is your girl Lilly. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you have not done so yet, please do not forget to go ahead, hit that like and subscribe button so you can enjoy more content like this one.
Hier encore, j'avais 20 ans, je caressais le temps et jouais de la vie comme on joue de l'amour, et je vivais la nuit sans compter sur mes jours qui fuyaient dans le temps.
Okay, I gotta pause it right quick so I don't forget the lyrics. The artist at the time was 40 years old. The first lines of the song that we hear is Hier encore, j'avais 20 ans. Only yesterday I was 20 years old. So he's reminiscing about when he was 20 years old, and he has kind of that faint smile on his face when he's talking about what he was doing at that time, which is caressing the time, taking his time to do everything and not giving a thought about what was to come next. So it's not a delivery that's abrupt or sad. It's a delivery of him just telling us the story, and it's the same story that most of us do have of our 20s, living young and beautiful. So it's not something bad, but when you look back at it, it's kind of a little bit melancholic, especially him singing the song at this time because he's 40 years old. So this is kind of midlife range. He's not old, he's not young, he's just in the middle.
J'ai fait tant de projets qui sont restés en l'air.
He says, I've made so many projects that just stayed up in the air, never accomplished them.
J'ai fondé tant d'espoirs qui se sont envolés que je reste
So many
perdu, ne sachant où aller, les yeux cherchant le ciel, mais le cœur mis en terre. Hier encore, j'avais 20 ans, je gaspillais le temps en croyant l'arrêter.
Only yesterday I was still 20 years old. I was wasting time because I thought I could stop time. The way the song is put together, it makes the song even more nostalgic. You can feel the sadness creeping up, but the melody just keeps bringing you back to the actual fact that it's just a song telling a story that we all have.
Et pour le retenir, même le devancer, je n'ai fait que courir et me suis essoufflé. Ignorant le passé, conjuguant au futur, je précédais de moi toute conversation et donnais mon avis que je voulais le bon pour critiquer le monde avec des involtures. Hier encore.
The way he just nodded, he said before he would ignore the past and he would conjugate the past with the future, and he was very arrogant before, like every other young person in their early 20s, telling us a lot more about the urgency of the craziness of that time. Like, how crazy was I then, the things that I did in such fleeting moments, and this is where I am today. And it doesn't say that where he is today is a bad place, but it's just like just yesterday. When I look back, it was just yesterday that I was like this.
J'avais 20 ans, mais j'ai perdu mon temps à faire des folies.
Only yesterday I was 20, but I wasted my time doing crazy things
Qui ne me laisse au fond rien de vraiment précis.
that don't leave anything factual. I didn't build anything within.
Que quelques rides au front et la peur de l'ennui. Car mes amours sont morts avant que d'exister. Mes amis sont partis et ne reviendront pas.
The close-up is pretty deep because we're looking at his facial expression all throughout. It's unfortunate that I didn't find a recording of the song, a video of the song with the lyrics, so y'all can either go ahead and watch the English version of the song. I will leave it somewhere in the comment section or in the description box, or you can just go ahead and try and follow along with the translations that I'm trying to do here. What I was saying is I really like the fact that the whole song is basically just a close-up of his facial expressions, and he's so expressive. He's such a delicate human being. The tonality of his voice go really well with the story that he's telling.
Par ma faute j'ai fait le vide autour de moi. et j'ai gâché ma vie et mes jeunes années.
I willingly emptied life around me and kind of wasted my younger years.
Du meilleur et du pire, en jetant le meilleur, j'ai figé mes sourires et j'ai glacé mes pleurs.
By throwing out the best, I threw away my smiles and I froze my fears.
Où sont-elles à présent, à présent, mes 20 ans?
So now where are they? Where are my 20s? I like how he looked down. He was kind of shying away from the camera, but at the end he's like, so where are my 20s? Where did they go? I feel like that when I see kids grow up. Like I can see one kid and see them a few years later all tall, and I'm like, oh my gosh, how long has it been? They'll be like 6 years. I'm like, oh my god, 6 years. You can only measure time when you see people that you haven't seen in such a long time and they're a whole different person. That's when you're like, where did all these years go? And looking back down, and then he's just like, you know what can I do about it? Just, you know, raising his shoulders. Yeah, that's life, my friend. That is it for Hier Encore, just yesterday or only yesterday by Aznavour. And it's a song that is, I think it speaks to everybody, and we all say that, wait, what happened to time, you know, where did time go? And he's talking about the fears, the people that he's lost, the friends that he's lost, the joy that he's lost, and you know, it's all gone, you don't get it back, but what happened, what matters. And it's the same thing that this song reminds me also a little bit of that song, What a Wonderful World, because what it teaches us is just to live in the present. You know, that's the big thing that all of these songs about time teach us, is to live in the present, because at the end of the day, time is a human notion. So there's no point trying to catch up with time that's gone or trying to go too fast or anything like that. One thing that I really liked about this song is that Aznavour, within the whole lineup of the song, never blamed anybody for any way that he felt. So he didn't blame a girl that broke his heart. He didn't blame parents that didn't raise him properly. He didn't blame friends that dropped him or left him. You know, he only blamed himself. Charles Aznavour was born in 1924 to Armenian immigrants. They immigrated to France, and he dropped out of school when he was 9 years old. Struggled for decades before finally having success when he was older. So by the time the song came out in 1964, he was kind of already at the peak of his career. He was very successful. This song was made in 1964. This guy was 40 years old at the time. He was not too old. He still had a lot of life in front of him. So a lot of people in their 40s, they can see life ahead, like what's coming up ahead, and they can also see life behind. It's the essence of that Aznavour really wanted to capture within the song.